This is the real footage from Ukraine. A lone Russian soldier steps into an open field, drops his rifle, and raises his hands. There's no officer in sight, only a small drone hovering above him, its propellers buzzing like a swarm of wasps. Through a loudspeaker, the drone gives an order. Surrender. The soldier obeys. This is 2023, and for the first time, a human being gives up to a machine. That short clip that you see, just a few seconds long, captures something extraordinary. War has changed. Power no longer comes from the biggest army or the strongest will. It comes from the side that can put the cheapest, smartest machine in the air and keep it there. That surrender wasn't just a viral moment, it was a warning, the dawn of a new kind of battlefield. Across Ukraine's skies, hundreds of drones now fly every day, some for surveillance, some for attack, and many simply to wear down the other side. Russia uses them like ammunition, not aircraft. The Shahid 136, an Iranian made drone renamed as Geran 2, costs around $20,000. Shooting one down can cost 10 times more. Each cheap drone forces Ukraine and its allies to spend far more to defend. It's an invisible economic trap, a war where the balance sheet bleeds faster than the battlefield. For Russia, victory isn't about striking harder, it's about spending slower. And that simple shift from might to math has rewritten how modern wars are fought. Europe has built a wall in the sky. They call it the drone shield, a web of radars, lasers, and jammers stretching from Poland to Germany. It intercepts hundreds of drones each month. But every interception carries a painful truth. Defense now costs more than offense. Stopping a $20,000 drone can mean firing $1 million missile. Each success keeps cities safe but drains budgets faster than they can be rebuilt. In this new reality, the richest countries in the world are discovering that survival itself has become unaffordable. For decades, air power was the privilege of the powerful. The United States, Russia, China. Not anymore. Today, more than 80 countries and a dozen of militias, including terrorist organizations, fly drones built from cheap parts, open source software, or online kits. Air superiority is no longer about prestige, it's about access. In a workshop in Sudan or a warehouse in Yemen, anyone can now build a fleet that sees, tracks, and kills. The sky, once reserved for states, has become the world's most crowded battlefield. On one morning in 2019, Saudi Arabia woke up to flames rising from its Abqaiq and Quraish oil facilities, one of the largest in the world. A swarm of drones launched by Houthi rebels had slipped past radar and hit their target with precision. The attack cost about $200,000. The losses ran into billions. In a few hours, cheap drones had done what missiles and armies never could. They shook the global economy. Since then, militias and terror groups have learned from that model. They don't need to win wars anymore. They just need to make the world feel their reach. Drones have made that reach global, and it's terrifyingly affordable. Along the India Pakistan border, the drone has become a nighttime presence. Both sides deploy, sometimes to watch, sometimes to strike. Pakistan's Burak UAVs and India's AI powered swarm drones now decide in seconds what once took commanders minutes. A single software error could turn an observation into an escalation. The line of control between the two countries is no longer just a fence on a map. It's a nervous system made of sensors and code, and one wrong signal could start the next crisis. The drone war isn't only being fought, it's being sold. Turkey's Bayraktar TB2 has turned Ankara into a global arms player. Iran's Shahid drones give Tehran influence from Yemen to Lebanon. China's Wing Lung and CH4 now dominate markets in Africa and the Middle East, often costing a fraction of Western models. And now, a new phase begins. Drones that don't wait for orders. Autonomous systems can already recognize a target, plan a route, and strike without human help. They learn from real battle footage, get smarter with every flight, and never hesitate. The battlefield is starting to move faster than human reaction. Commanders will set goals, but the decision, the deadly ones, will be made by AI algorithms. The war room is turning into a control room, and no one is sure who really is controlling anymore. Drones were supposed to make the war safer, precise, surgical, and cleaner. Instead, they have made it constant. They hover day and night, recording, striking, and spreading fear. Every buzz overhead now carries the same message: war is everywhere, and peace is just an illusion. The cheapest weapon ever made is slowly become the hardest one to stop. From a soldier surrendering to a drone in Ukraine, to the oil fields burning in Saudi Arabia, to machines that may soon decide who lives and who dies, the drone has changed the very idea of power and warfare. War today is not about bravery or borders, it's about cost, code, and who can control the sky the longest. The hum of a propeller has become the soundtrack of a new kind of world, one built on fear, affordability, and silence. This is Meridian 77 East, decoding the geopolitics that shape our world. Please like, share, and subscribe.